So I'll tell you this much: if the video length is pretty short, it's because I died to Selicy. Gonna try and see if we can do a Trinity sort of money run here with Shisho. So Shisho here is wearing a new skin. It's a skin I managed to randomly unlock. I'm not really sure what I did to get this skin, to be brutally honest with you, but it is a skin that I managed to unlock nonetheless, and I do like it a lot more than the vanilla Shisho. So let's go ahead and switch our focus over to convergence, which is going to allow us to get skills, or rather spells. I always say skills or cards or some chips. I always mix it up. Spells that fall towards manipulating mana, trinity, or money, as well as your spell power and etc. So that's what we're going to try and aim for this time around. So I'm going to pick up this firewall. Firewall is always in general really good. Shisho, I always say Shisho. Shisho is pretty cool in that he has this gun here that in order to use it you actually have to pay 2 money. So you see there I just lost 4 money. But it does damage equal to I think half of your total money count, which is pretty cool. So if you, for example, avoid shops and just go straight for loot and stuff like that, you will actually be able to have this powerful shot that deals so far I've gotten it to deal like 300 damage in one shot, which is pretty cool. But also whenever you hit an enemy and actually kill them with this weapon, you actually get 10 money, which is pretty cool. So I tend to combine that with the convergence focuses, because they allow me to get trinities, which are pretty cool, but also spells that focus in using money, which makes this a little easier to acquire a lot of money. But right now I'm not really getting any of it. Not really getting anything, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're just going to have to chalk that up to bad luck for now. Speaking of luck, that's also one of the other things that I actually try and make use of in this run. In general, I don't really like using luck because it does make the game more difficult, and you know, this game is fucking hard as balls as it is, so to make it harder than it already is some crazy, you know, statistical kind of shit, right? Man, this is all garbage. I kind of like using the mana ring from time to time, but there's no real point in picking it up right now. This is pretty good because this will power up our weapon if we can manage to get this shot off here. Perfect. Now, see, we're already at 70 damage with our main weapon. It is a bit annoying because, you know, we do... Ooh, nice combo. Moonstone is great with the cracked glass because you get 0.2 mana regen per cracked glass or cracked panels, and cracked glass cracks 6 panels at the start of a battle, so that combos in really well. But it is kind of annoying, the weapon, in that you do get anchored once you use it, which is really obnoxious. An anchor just means that you can't move for a little bit. So essentially I will just be stuck waiting until the weapon goes off. So if there's one of these enemies that move around a lot, it's kind of annoying. But I do manage to get this artifact that combos it really well. Where if you have stacks of Trinity, you actually root your opponent, which is pretty cool. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that this time around. These are both pretty decent, but let's go ahead and get the extra mana crystal here as we take on Violet, who, having her early on is pretty useful. And let's see if we can maybe not get hit. Tend to mess it up, specifically in these runs, these mana runs, I don't know why. So we should be able to maybe take this one out. Oof, almost. See if we can throw this out there. There we go. She's did us a favor and destroyed some of her stuff there. Let's see if we can do some damage there. This is kind of hard because I can't really get shot on her with my weapon because she kind of moves around a lot, and she throws out a lot of different weapons that force me to, you know, move around. And I can't really do that if I'm anchored. So in general, bosses are kind of tough. So now we're going to be forced to take on Selicy, who usually destroys this run immediately. So I'll tell you this much, if the video length is pretty short, it's because I died to Selicy. Like, there's really no other reason other than that. I doubt I'm going to die to any of these, like, small enemies. But she will, more often than not, ruin the entire run. Because typically, I don't know what is the sort of cadence that I fall under, but trying to get a lot of money and, you know, Trinity and stuff just doesn't seem to fall well with her. For some reason, she just seems to, you know, take that to her advantage somehow. I don't really understand how. But every single time I've tried to do this run, I fall to her. So let's hope that maybe we can get pretty far this time around. We're getting 0 Trinity things, which is really starting to annoy me. Because without that, we're not really going to be able to make too much use of what we've got right now. That didn't go out as well as I wanted to. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish off. Nope, he killed himself thanks to the poison. And see if we have enough time. Oof, there we go. Perfect. See, we're already doing 96 damage, which is really cool. The only problem with it is, you know, we can't really move. So it'll be a lot worth it further in. This is pretty good. When, you know, it does a whole lot of damage. So being anchored for a second or two is really not going to be as bad as it seems. So let's go ahead and... No, that's not what I want. That's great. I accidentally hit the, you know, the self-defense torrent there, which is going to beat the hell out of us if we manage to hit it. Which is not what you want to do. Pro tip, don't do that. Oh boy, okay, I thought he was going to move out of the way, but he did not, thankfully. And then I was going to end up shooting the turret again, which would have been really unfortunate. So none of these things are really great. Let's keep on keeping on. I don't really need a little bit of help, so let's go get this here. So thankfully, due to the cracked glass, it locked itself in there, so I was stuck. So now we got the chest easily, which will hopefully give us a really good artifact. We have already 250... Ooh, nice. Heat Seeker's really good. 257 money, which is good. So let's try the sequencer here. I'm really hoping we can get a shop in our next section here, and that it will allow us to get the... I don't remember what it's called, but I just know the look of it is traffic light, and whenever you get Trinity, you just root. I don't know if it's all enemies or just one enemy, but you throw root out, which is amazing. I don't want to lose any max HP. One of the big issues with this is that, you know, Shisho doesn't really have a lot of HP. He doesn't really deal a lot of damage early on, because I always have to use one of my removes to get rid of this stupid thing that he has, a line, which is basically supposed to make it easier for you to use your shots because it puts people where you want them to be, but it doesn't really work out too well in my opinion. Ouchies. Let's go ahead and throw some poison on her and throw out these traps. See if maybe she'll get caught and leave us the hell alone, but no, she will not. She will continue doing as she pleases and doing a billion damage. And making it difficult for us to hit her with her shots because she moves around so damn much. That's not good. Let's see if we can... Nope, we'll just get hit with everything. Alrighty then. There we go. That did not go well. As I mentioned, whenever we take on Selicy, this run just goes to shit. Because I guess a lot of my stuff is like shot-based. It doesn't really have a wide area of effect. So, she takes advantage of that and takes us down. Well, in any case, take care of yourself.